I wonder if this is gonna work. Oh goodness, I don't know. The the cats are meowing at me, and I wish they would just bark like a real pet so I know what they're on about. But you don't always get what you want. Okay, let's see if I can remember where I was at. Okay, I want to change to this, Mr. Wet Noodle. um, okay, let's get the potato charged up. Yes, you charge up potatoes in this game because why not? Seems like a good idea anyway. And you just click away. Click like a mad fool. And this, what I guess Yogg's tentacle here does is it takes, I guess, rare bits from all the biomes and smashes them all at once, including the hidden ones, the hidden biomes, which is pretty useful. Pretty useful. I have no idea if anybody is going to watch this. This is a total fluke experiment type live stream, I guess. Let's go for this guy here. Now that I guess special feature there, special ability, takes you to one of the rare biomes, and I just got a bunch of stuff from there. So let's see where we are. I can upgrade that. Okay. I'm on level 22 right now, which I don't think is too bad for somebody who really isn't trying. Although I did make a bunch of videos on some of my pickaxes. It's because it seemed like a good idea. This this live stream's a total experiment. I wasn't even sure if I was going to do it or not, but then I was like, why not? What could possibly go wrong? You know what I'm saying? So here I am. I have no idea if the audio is working. It might be. Maybe you can hear me. Maybe I'm talking to myself. Either way, I'm fine with that. Because when you're experimenting with something, it really doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I'm using BlueStacks, in case you're wondering why I'm able to play a tablet game, obviously, on my computer here. BlueStacks is pretty awesome. The alien egg was the last one. I need more alien eggs. How many more alien eggs do I need? A couple hundred. Let's start making alien eggs. I thought I was already making those. Because this is the moon right there, left over from the last one. And I'm pretty close to leaving Mars. What's after Mars? I don't even remember. I've gone through this whole list of biomes so many times. And you just click away. And that's what I'm doing, clicking away. That there kind of charges up the next thing you hit. And then ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Kind of like watching stuff explode. It's all good. It's all good. I don't really know how entertaining something like this would be. I mean, sure, people watch games on live streams all the time, but I mean, just an attractive fat guy sitting behind a desk clicking through blocks. I don't know. That's interesting, if not entertaining. Let's see here. We got that, and this one, two more. Hey, Rusty Faith. Can you hear me? Is the sound okay? Because I really have no idea. Next question. Does the graphics look okay? See, I'm kind of trying something new. I don't really know if this is working or not. And I know that some of the videos that I've made on this game, you know, the views are okay. You know, I mean, it's not earth-shattering, but it's okay. You know, good enough to keep trying, I suppose. But this is a, I guess you call it an idle clicker game. Cool, loud and clear. Thanks, Rusty. I appreciate the feedback. They call this kind of an idle clicker game. And what you do is basically you go through, I'll show you here, the different biomes, you know, plains, desert, tundra, cave. Right now I'm in the volcano, no, I'm in Mars right now. And in each one of those biomes, you have a list of blocks that you need to get. When you get those blocks, you move on. You can make blocks that you need in a furnace. You get to unlock different pickaxes. You get to upgrade all of the pickaxes you unlock. What else should I? Different gear you can get and different upgrades. There's all kinds of upgrades. I mean, you could spend years and years and years just upgrading stuff, which is interesting, if nothing else. Interesting. And over here is where you prestige, and all that means is you start over, but you keep pickaxes, gears, ability. Oh, let me show you abilities. No, I should. Oh, that's something different. Abilities here, and each one of these little things does something different. You click on it, press equip, and you can put it there, and then you can use them. And they're all pretty useful. They have different functions. Over here, there's skills and things you can upgrade. And here is, excuse me, different artifacts that give you, I guess, more, I don't know, upgrades. It's all about upgrades, man. It's all about upgrades. I'm glad it looks good. I'm a little wary. I know my computer can handle it, and I know on the YouTube end my stream is okay with OBS. My problem is I have kind of a weak internet, right? And it really doesn't matter how nice your computer is or how, you know, great your OBS software here is. If you have weak internet access, you know, it's like, buying a new motorcycle with no engine. You know what I'm saying? Kind of makes it a little awkward. Let's see here. These should be getting ready soon. I hope. Well, yeah, in like 13 seconds, I can do the big boom and explode the things again. Exploding things and smashing things are fun. I think so anyway. Oh, you know what I need to do for streams like this? Like I said, this is a test stream, so I didn't really plan it or anything. What I need to do is I need to come up with like a playlist of free music that's you know, copyright free, so I don't have to feel like I'm rambling on, because people are still entertained if there's like music in the background or something. That's a good idea. I need to find free music from somewhere. Yeah. There are lots of sites out there that do it. Oh, I messed it up. But it doesn't matter. I was going to use the Yogg's tentacle down there and get the different biomes, but got a little ahead of myself. It doesn't really matter. See all the blocks blowing up. That's each I guess pickaxe has a special ability when it blows things up, and some things blow up a little differently than others. But it's all about blowing up, which is kind of awesome. Awesome sauce. I'm going to show you the this one. Let's kick out the potato for now. We like the potato. Okay. Dink, dink. Yeah, we're getting close. We just need 1, 2, 3. 3 more upgrades in here, and then I can move on to the next biome. Woohoo! And I was going to show you what this special ability here does, the drill. And I'll show you the drill because it'll be doing something while I'm lighting a cigarette. I don't have to, like, touch anything for a minute. Ain't that nifty? It's just sitting there drilling, and it'll do that for 87 seconds. The only problem is what, like 15 minutes it takes to recharge, something like that. Should I be drinking a Monster Java at midnight? This is probably a poor decision on my part. Oh, goodness. Then again, when have I ever been known for my sound decisions? I'm using a webcam microphone because my microphone is kind of a little sketchy sometimes. Although I guess I could use it. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't really plan this live stream very well. I'm just doing it because I feel like it. Kind of feel bad for some folks that feel like they have to do stuff. Hey, Iron Fire Horse, how you doing? I'm kind of testing out a new game. Well, it's not a new game, but this is Pickcrafter. It's kind of like an idle clicker game with tons and tons of upgrades. I just went over basically most, if not all of them. But it's kind of a popular clicker game. It's, I guess, one of the better ones. And it's free, and it runs on, I guess, Android. You have to have a tablet to play it. Hey, Royal Plays, how you doing? Royal Plays is like the Pickcrafter king over there. I'm just kind of testing something new. I was like, I wonder what would happen if. Anyway, using BlueStacks allows you to play, I guess, Android tablet games on a computer. So I actually don't own a tablet, and you can actually play most tablet games with a mouse. There's a lot that you can't, but I don't have a tablet. I'm not going to get a tablet. They're expensive, and I'm clumsy, so let's be honest. You know, if I got a tablet, I'd probably destroy it. So I'm going to go ahead and not do that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm trying to make a little bit of progress. Where am I right now? I'm on what, level 22, something like that. Okay, so all I have to do is alien egg. An alien egg is cooking. Of course, alien egg is Mars, and I'm already No, Alien Egg is Moon, and I'm on Mars. So this one is a biome behind. So all I need to do is an Opal Amulet, because that's this biome, and the hydrogen tanks, which are almost there. And then I can move on to, what's after? Yeah, volcanoes next. So that's my game plan. Well, I'm sorry your phone is going to die soon, Iron Fire Horse. I totally feel your pain. That's why I don't have a phone anymore. I don't have a cell phone. I just don't fool with it. There's just too many things that'll go wrong, and you know, I'm just not into it. If I can't do it on my computer, it doesn't need to be done. You know what I'm saying? And I got the house phone, so I do like some of the tablet games. So I got the BlueStacks program. Royal Plays, you have good pickaxes. Well, thanks. Let me show them to you. If I can find where I put them. Okay. You got, first row is plain. Then you have, second row is desert. These two, first two of the third row is tundra. I think cave is the one with lots of them. You got this one, stone pickaxe. You got all the way down to emerald in the cave. I don't remember. Then you have obsidian. Of course, those are the regular ones. The cool ones are down here farther. Where did the cool one start? Is this a cool one? I don't remember. No, that's a regular one. Ether. I don't remember where I got that. Since your laptop went kaput, a phone is cheaper. Well, that's another reason why I don't really like laptops. I had a laptop years ago, and it's like, it was just too small. I mean, I'm like a big lumbering fat man that likes to spread out. You know what I'm saying? And I like having space. I like to spread out. And you stick a laptop in front of me, and it's like, you know, you have to kind of scrunch together, and the keyboard is too small for my my Bigfoot hands, and you know. Oh goodness, I'll probably get a Fliposaurus dumb phone at some point, but I don't really need anything too elaborate. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Radioactive pickaxe. This one I got from I guess that's one of the hidden biomes. This is cursed pickaxe from cursed blocks. We're almost at the end biome. The end is pretty cool. I'll probably be there tomorrow, and you know, going through it again and again and again. Gradually, you get more stuff, and you get better stuff. You know, and you can upgrade your stuff, and it does take a long time. I got it on a scholarship bursary from my university, so it was free. Free is awesome. Royal Plays has to go to sleep because it's a school night and it's 12. So you have a good night, buddy. Oh goodness, at least it's midnight here. I don't know. If we're on the West Coast, what would it be? Like, might be 10, 9. I don't know. It's an awful big country, and there's lots of time zones. And this is its special ability. It hikes up your picks per second, and it allows you to smack more blocks faster. And I'm thinking pretty soon I'm going to be able to go to the next biome. Woohoo! Which is pretty awesome. I'm going to go to the volcano. It's funny because you go from the moon and then you go farther out to Mars and then you go to a volcano. It's kind of anticlimactic, you know, kind of going backwards. But I digress. I'm not a game developer, so what do I know? I'm just an attractive fat man trying to make it through life. Sure, buddy. What I'm thinking is that alien egg there, 233, and it needs 333. So that's like an even 100. So what I think I'm going to do, is just make an even 100 more. And that should take it. It was scored a 92 average, second top of my class. Ooh. That's kind of awesome. Okay. So yeah, alien egg is taken care of. It needs 100 more, and I'm making 100. So I'm not going to worry about that. Have all of the others for this biome. All I need is like 200 more of opals. Okay, and I got that. So that's cool. Ooh, I could open a gold chest. Awesome sauce. Let's see what's in here. Awesomeness. I have never live streamed this game. I live stream a lot of really weird random stuff, and I gotta give props to my followers because you guys honestly never have a clue what on earth is Llama Monster gonna come up with. I mean, am I gonna be talking about YouTube? Am I gonna be looking at channels? Am I gonna have some random game that I pulled out of the air? You know, what the heck? I know, y'all are confused. That's why I like my my followers. They're very patient. Am I gonna do a live stream on banknotes or just some random? You know, let's look at my cats for an hour and a half. I mean, you really never know what you're gonna get. So, you know, it is what it is. I think my my subscribers are in for an interesting ride. And I pre-schedule my videos too, so it kind of frees me up to do things like this. I'm not worrying about it. Eclectic, I like it. Eclectic is a good way of putting it. I appreciate that. You never know. You never know what I'm going to come up with. I just need 120, like 3 more of this opals, that there, and then I can go to the volcano. So I'm almost, you know, almost there, and we'll be there soon. I was just like, why not? I don't think anybody has ever live streamed this game, and the reason why is because it's a clicker game. You know what I'm saying? There isn't really any action other than watching somebody click something a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that can be mind-numbingly awful. And then there's somebody like me who doesn't give a crap, and I'll do it anyway. Oh, goodness. Yeah, scheduling is awesome. I mean, it really is. It's like, especially because I'm like ADD on crack, right? And I'll sit down and I'll make, you know, I'll spend an entire day making like 15 Bigfoot videos or 10 gaming videos, or, you know, just that's what I do. I'll make like an entire series and it'll take me all day. And you know, when you have all that content, you got to kind of space it out so you don't drive your subscribers nuts. Every once in a while, I'll do a content dump if I have if there's a web designer that needs content and they want something soon, then I'll go ahead and I'll bomb my own channel with content. But that really doesn't happen much. I usually lose a couple subscribers when I do that. Like all of a sudden in their feed, they got 12 videos from Llama Monster. I don't expect you guys to watch all that crap. That's for a web designer that needs content or something like that. And, a lot of my people kind of understand. So we're almost there. We almost got enough of this opal stuff to move on, which is pretty awesome. Oh goodness. If I ever start making videos in any real way, I'll do it too. Well, I just kind of do what makes me happy, like the banknote videos. I'll just set aside banknotes until I have 12 or 13 of them, and I'll make a bunch of videos, and then the key is kind of space them out and stagger them so you don't get two Sasquatch videos in a row, or you don't get two photo montage videos in a row, or something like that. I do enjoy making the meme videos, although they're a little annoying because you got to space out the photos and make sure the photos fit, and you got to put music to it. And I mean, I think my meme videos, the memes or whatever you call them, are better quality than a lot of the ones made by the bigger YouTubers. Because some of the ones by the bigger YouTubers, it's like the music doesn't match the content, and then you have stuff like words being cut off. I mean, you gotta, it doesn't take much to look at your video and make sure your stuff is in order before you post it. I mean, I'm just a little guy, and I know better than that, I mean, come on, fellers. This is not rocket science, but I digress. I think it's time for me to go to the volcano. Dun dun dun. Ba-boom. This is like there's a mini game going on. That's why these Easter eggs keep showing up. They're literally Easter eggs. And Easter was like 3 days ago. Anyway, let's go to the volcano. Ba-boom. I have 12 videos. I've been doing videos for a year. Well, it's one video every month, Do what makes you happy. Do it on your own pace. If you want to do a video a month, a video a day. I mean, there was a long time. It was a couple of years I was doing 2 videos every day. And, I don't know if that really helped with views or not, but I was just making lots of videos and staggering them out. But every now and then I'll have a video that's got some views. My gosh, what's my biggest viewer right now is probably, well, conspiracy theories usually do pretty well. That silly video I made of my hangnail, of all things, is doing great. I think one of my videos from this game is gaining some traction, believe it or not. Why not? What do I need to do? I want to get, gosh, where are you? Let's use the potato. Yeah, and we're going to go grab the Yogg's tentacle. And what the Yogg's tentacle here does is it smacks rare blocks, right, from all of the different biomes. So even the secret hidden ones. So that's cool. It's pretty weak now, so I need to charge them up with the potato, because why not? Ba-boom! See what the potato did there? Potatoes are awesome. And while its special ability is going on, I have to click like a mad fool and get as many blocks as possible. And I apologize if anybody watching has epilepsy because this is a flashing cornucopia of craziness. But it'll be over soon. Ba-boom. Okay, that wasn't that bad. And let's change to a level 22 pickaxe, which is where I'm at now. And let's see. What do I need to upgrade here? Where am I? Where am I? Okay. Volcano. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm a little confused. Okay, volcano. I need this row here. I need to upgrade him. Him. And does amber come from this one? I don't remember. And that's the next biome. No, amber is the next one. So it's just these three here up top. Okay, that's what I need to focus on, is those three. We need to upgrade those to 22. Oh, there's another bunny. Let me see. If I was on my own, I would do more, I think. And I need to learn to edit. You know, I really don't do much editing in my videos. I really don't. I mean, I do a little bit. But sometimes less is more. You know what I'm saying? I have a bunch of private ones that I swore or did something stupid. I know, right? I got I got a bunch of private ones too. You know, I mean, every single time I speak my mind, it's like, you know, heaven forbid you leave that up, or they'll take your channel down for, you know, thought crimes or something stupid. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm one of those people, I don't really believe in satellites because you can't see them. I mean, you know. And yet, I believe in Bigfoot, although I haven't seen him yet. Although I think there's more evidence supporting the existence of Bigfoot than there is supporting the existence of satellites. But that's a live stream for another time, isn't it? Oh yes, I wear my tinfoil hat with pride. I'm telling you. Oh goodness. Okay, how far? How many more do you need? You're halfway there. That's not bad. You're almost there. That's pretty good. And you're halfway there. Okay. So we just got to the we just got to the volcano, and all of the volcano's pickaxes are already halfway to upgrade, which is actually pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, looks like a free chest we can open. Let's open this up. Lots and lots of clicking. Lots of clicking. This is an idle clicker. That's what you do in idle clickers. You're idle and you click things. Let's see, don't need that. Don't need that. Let's go back here. Well, I want to make sure I got my pickaxes upgraded before I do that. I have a tin hat and a mylar toga. That's awesome, Iron. That's awesome. You know, I just feel that sometimes truth is a subjective reality. It kind of depends on the person. Truth revolves around somebody's bubble of information. It revolves around somebody's personal experiences and the information that's been tailored to them. You know, um, like Google is an appeasement engine more than a search engine because Google knows who I am, right? And Google knows the information that I want. And Google knows if I type in a conspiracy theory, Google knows that I'm going to want that conspiracy theory to be shown in a positive light. You know what I'm saying? Google also knows that there are skeptics out there that aren't into conspiracy theories. And when they will Google a conspiracy theory, Google knows that they are going to give this information in a negative light. You know, and that's why if you observe, just observe, let's say Republicans and Democrats going after each other online, you know, both sides are absolutely right about everything all the time. You know, because they can confirm their platform every time they get on Google. You know, it's like everybody's exactly right all the time, and you wonder why narcissism is such a problem in our society. You know, it's because your utter baloney or your absolute truth is validated every single time you look it up because Google's going to tell you what you want to hear. Google's not going to say, no, you're wrong. Google wants you to use Google. Google does not want you to use, you know, like a DuckDuckGo where it will give you the most popular thing regardless of what you think, you know. And I've done videos on that before, and it's the sort of thing that everybody kind of knows. They're like, yeah, I know. But do people really understand the repercussions behind that? Like, that's really not, you know, everybody can't be right all the time. That's not reality. That's not healthy. You know, I don't want to be appeased. I want bad news if it's going to be the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, gosh, and it's bad. You look up anything, and it's like, you know, and that happens to me all the time. I found a guy online that I thought was hoaxing Bigfoot sightings, right? And every time I would look it up to try to research it on Google, he was painted in a positive light, even though I was full of crap. I wanted real information, right? I didn't want information according to my worldview. I was researching somebody to find out if they were full of crap or not. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't do it. Google wouldn't let me. I had to go to DuckDuckGo and get actual real-time results. And people who research using Google are really cheating themselves out of information, real information. And hey, while I rambled on, look at this. I can upgrade my where am I? I can upgrade all of my volcano pickaxes now. So that was a good solid ramble. I haven't been in the volcano for very long, and I'm already upgrading all of them. What was it, like 20 minutes, something like that? That's not bad. That's not bad. Man, I went on like a rant there for a minute, didn't I? Holy criminy. I'm telling you. That was good stuff, though. You were probably taking notes. Oh, it's good stuff. Yeah, it was a good solid rant, wasn't it? Yeah, good times. Probably why my mouth is dry and I'm thirsty. The absolute worst thing a thirsty person can do is drink a Monster Java coffee. Especially at 12:30 at night. So I'm going to be up until the break of dawn playing this game. I like doing most of my research at school, hard copy. Old school, man, is the best school. I'm telling you. I'm telling you it is. And the reason why it's the best school is information. How should I put this? Wisdom means more when you earn it, okay? Wisdom means more when you have to hunt it down, grab it by the throat, okay, and throttle it yourself. Wisdom means more if it comes through the hard way. You know, you'll learn it better. It's if it's not earned, it's taken for granted. Does that make sense? You know, and old school research is the best way to do it. Absolutely the best. You know, and I don't want to say kids today, waving my cane, get off my lawn. You know, but it's true. Kids today have absolutely no idea what that's like. Because Google knows their age and knows their mentality and will give them the information that they want, regardless of whether or not it's true. You know, and all this baloney floating around about fake news, fake news, fake news. Well, you know, the news is always real to somebody. And news agencies have a certain demographic that they cater to. It's not that the news is necessarily fake, it's that the news is catered to a specific, like I said, demographic. You know, and Fox is, in my estimation, just as bad as CNN is. I mean, you know, they don't care what the facts are. They do Republicans in a positive light, and CNN does Democrats in a positive light. They always have, and they always will, and they're both full of crap. Because, well, Republicans and Democrats are full of crap. They're both turds in the same bucket. They're just on either side of the bucket. You know? Oh, man. Different times, yep. I had to quit over freedom of speech, and they kept going on strike. Ugh. I'm telling you. I think you and I could solve all the problems with the world, like, right now, this evening, and just be like, look, people, let's turn off your Googles, you know? Oh, man. Apparently turn off Facebook, too, because that's just as bad. You know? I don't know. I don't want to play the blame game, because I'm probably guilty of something, too. But on the other hand, there's a lot going on that, you know, just shouldn't be. We shouldn't have to worry about, you know, watching the evening news if we're being lied to or not, or fed a propagated line of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm getting really deep. I really hadn't planned on getting really deep. This was just going to be a simple stream of me testing a clicker game to see how well it worked. But you know, it is what it is. Sometimes a person's just gotta vent stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I do tend to vent from time to time. Actually, that's why I'm here. Wanted to see you for a bit before I turn it off for the next week or two. Yeah, I feel that. I really do. And I understand completely, and that's one of the reasons why I schedule in advance, because I can be gone for 2 weeks and no one will notice because I'm posting every day. Um, I call it kind of, and you'll understand this perfectly, kind of a binge and purge mentality when it comes to the internet. I'll just, you know, jump right in and just do stuff, and then I'll just get sick of it and vanish. And I do that with Facebook a lot because I just get tired of Facebook pretty quick, and I'll just stop doing it and disappear. And then I'll show up like 6 months later, you know. But yeah, I do the same thing to YouTube. I'll post well in advance. Like right now, I have videos I think lined up until next month. I mean, so I can take a week off, you know, and then I just come back and join somebody's live stream, and everything's cool again. We have an election coming up in June. I'm going to be busy with that and some other stuff. Yeah, elections are important, I think. I just, it's important that the people be able to choose. I think unfortunately in the US, um, our politicians are kind of pre-selected for us. You know, like the whole Republican Democrat thing is such a joke. It really is. I mean, you talk to a conservative, and George Bush is the greatest person on the planet. You talk to a liberal, and Bill Clinton was the greatest guy on the planet, and the other side is just evil and nasty and horrible. And I'm like, dude, they golf together. Okay, they've been family friends for years. Okay, they freaking vacation on Camp David. You know, I mean, come on, really? Yo, they're total polar opposites as they're laughing at all of us all the way to the bank. You know, um, the Obamas and the Bushes just absolutely adore each other. I mean, they're, you know, they hang out and things like that too. And it's like, you know, and that offends people's sensibilities. Oh no, because I'm on this side, and this side can't like that side, and this side, you know, and I'm just like, well, um, I hate to disappoint you, but perception isn't always reality. And sometimes expectations are premeditated resentments. You know, people look for reasons to be resentful. You know, sort of like this whole Trump thing. I mean, yeah, you know, the whole Democratic platform is we should hate Trump, and the Republican platform is, oh, well, we don't like him either. Well, do you really think he'd be in office if somebody didn't plan that to happen? I mean, come on. Hillary was a wreck. She was a train wreck. There's no way she would have been elected. You know, I mean, the corruption was just too obvious. It's like, yeah, you know, and whoever was pulling the strings was like, no, we'll have to give this one to Trump because he's less corrupt. Yeah, sure, you know, the people think that they hate him for whatever reason we can come up, but that'll just keep them distracted. That's all Trump is to me. He's a distraction. He's just distracting folks. Oh, I messed that up. I was talking about stuff and messed up what I was doing there. That's okay. Let's go. This is Wasteland, one of the secret biomes. And I only have 7 more seconds to be in it, so I'm clicking like mad. We're becoming Americanized. It's bizarre. I don't think you're becoming Americanized. I think you're becoming globalized, which is much worse than being Americanized. If you were becoming Americanized as Canadians, at least you would still have an identity. You know what I'm saying? Um, but becoming globalized is dangerous because you'll lose your identity. And when a country loses its identity, it loses who they are as a country. And that that's why Rome fell, okay? That's not good. You know, and you could say the same thing for Europe. Well, what's happening in Europe? Are they becoming Americanized? Yeah. I don't think, honestly, Iron, I don't think America is important enough to blame for that one. You know, there's so much going on in the world today. I I think America is being globalized, and I think that's a dangerous path. Um, hey, Jay's Vision, thanks for dropping a like, man. I appreciate your presence. I still need to know what's going on. It's a provincial election. Um, I would be really careful with the small elections because a lot of people like to ignore them. But you know, politicians and the big guys, they always start somewhere. And, you know, folks that ignore the smaller elections, you know, complain when they don't have anybody decent in the bigger ones. Does that make sense? And what you're doing is very important. You know what I'm saying? It really is. It's Andrew Hondo. How you doing, buddy? I'm playing a Pickcrafter game, a idle clicker game, and I keep rambling on about all kinds of different topics, and I've gone through conspiracy theories and politics and life, the universe, and everything. And but yeah, I really don't think being Americanized is Canada's problem. I love Canada to death. They've been absolutely wonderful neighbors to us over the years, and I would like to see them be stable and happy. Um, but I think they're becoming Europeanized or globalized, and and they're losing their identity, and so are we. And I think that's bad. You know, there's nothing wrong with being proud of where you're from. I mean, you know, and and now that's almost like used as a bad word. Well, I'm an American. Oh, well, that's just bad. No, no, that's not bad. Okay, you know, I mean that's uh, uh, I don't know. It's a mentality of people. They've been propagated to the point of uselessness. Drives me nuts. It's nice to see you, Andrew. Oh, we could talk for hours. I'm seriously, Iron. We could go on and on for days, and it would be epic and wonderful and terrifying all at the same time. And you know, what would we accomplish other than, you know, pounding our high chairs and screaming at the sky? You know, although, I mean, I guess there's something to be said for pounding your high chairs and screaming at the sky. Oh, go. Okay. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Lots of blocks I need to get from this biome before I can move on. I'm from Scotland. Can't even vote here in Canada. Um, huh. Well, you could write in your Scottish vote, I guess. You should become a. It should be easy to become a dual citizen, I would think. I guess. I don't know. I'd never been a dual citizen before. I only time I've ever been to Canada is we were going from, I think it was upstate New York to the other side of the Great Lakes, and we had to go. It was just the fastest way to get from point A to point B, really. Um, and of course, that was long before the 9/11 happened, when you can just go into Canada for a weekend and it didn't really matter. And now you have to have a passport. I never thought something weird like that would ever happen in my lifetime, but when I was born, nobody gave a crap. You want to go to the falls? You want to go to either side of the falls? You want to go drive up to Toronto from, like, Connecticut or something? No problem. I mean, you know, okay. But can't really do that anymore. Kind of a shame, really. David Blankenship is running for our WV congressman. Can't believe they're letting that crook run. He just got out of jail. I know, right? Well, it's like I said, if we keep electing losers, in the smaller scale elections, by the time they get bigger, we're just going to have losers running the place. And we keep voting for these people. We do it every time. Not enough third-party candidates bother to rise up, or they give up, or don't think they can, or, and everything takes huge amounts of money. And then the lobbyists, and the bribes, and it's a mess. It's a mess. But as my grandfather would say, our democracy is a mess, but by God, it's the best mess in the world. I don't know. The best mess in the world. To become Canadian citizenship, and everything costs money. Man, what a bummer. $630. How much is that in American? Gosh, I think you just went down a little bit. I think you're 75 cents to the dollar. That's $630. What? I don't know. Let's just call it $500. I guess. I don't know. That's still a lot. Take me forever to come up with that. I'd probably have to take a loan from somewhere. Loans are a bummer. They'll get you. Man, my clicking finger is starting to hurt. Let me shake it out. Oh, goodness. Oh. Yeah, we have a real crook running for the Conservatives. I bought drugs from him years ago. Right? Oh, goodness. I'm telling you. People are so polarized, and I've explained to people that the problem isn't real liberals, real conservatives. The problem is Republicans and Democrats. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have an aunt who claims to be a flaming liberal. I just love her to death. She's a great person, very, well-rounded, will tell you exactly what she believes, and can tell you why. Most people can't do that. My parents are very conservative, and they can tell you what they believe and tell you why. But they insist on voting, well, I have to vote Republican because they're closest in line. No, it's all baloney. Republicans and Democrats are they're in the same bucket of turds. They're in it for themselves. They're in it to win it. They don't give a crap what their constituents want. I don't know if they ever have. I mean, gosh, it's been I can't even I don't think I've had a good president in my lifetime, although I was born under Reagan. Well, no, I was a little before Reagan, but I don't know. It's a frustrating mess. There's nothing I can do about it, which is what makes it frustrating. Because I'm only given 2 choices on the ballot, and they both suck. Oh, goodness. Flash. Back to the volcano. Let's see if I can Wow, lots of stuff to upgrade because I've been clicking like a mad fool. Okay. Click, 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 click. Click, click, click. A couple more things down here. That one, and that one. 3. Thus amulet 4. And do those 2 here go in this one? I'm trying to figure out how many more I have to do in this biome. My brain is so all over the place tonight. Criminy. It's nuts. I'm hoping the big alt-right hero of the world runs for liberals federally at the next opportunity. I don't know. I think the right-left paradigm is a part of a planned strategy to basically, I don't want to say, something as dramatic as divide and conquer, but at the same time, the division that this paradigm is causing has definitely been a distraction. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. How good a week, Llama Monster. Well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And did the stream die? Let me just check. Are you working? I think it's still on. All right. Have a good week. I appreciate you stopping by. It's really he's really a classic liberal, but people aren't taking him the right way. The classic real ones are awesome. Classic real conservative and classic real liberals aren't the problem. It's these fringe elements, man. These crazy whack jobs we have now that are just too far in either direction is what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? And it's a mess. It's a total mess. I'm just still clicking away. Reagan didn't have it any easier. Trump, when he was in office, they left attacking him. And yeah, that's true. That's true. Reagan dodged a bullet, and I think they're going to try to go after guns. And it's a globalist power play. You can't. It's just harder to control a population that can defend itself. And if they try to repeal the Second Amendment, then that's like instant civil war. I mean, that would be. I don't think they're ever going to do that, but I would hope not. I don't know. 'Tis the problem, extreme polarization. Yeah, that's right. The problem isn't, like I said, the problem is not liberals and conservatives. Okay, they've always been here. Liberals and conservatives built the freaking country and it worked. Okay. The problem is when the polarized people came in, and they're the ones that screwed it up. It's whenever a policy is too conservative or whenever a policy is too liberal, you get the fringe element in there. Things get wacky, and that's just bad. It's bad, I'm telling you. Did you hear about the shooter at YouTube headquarters? Ugh. Yeah, another person on psychotropic drugs. And see, here's the thing: is every single one of these shooters, right, has had mental problems. Okay, they've been on either some kind of medication or they've exhibited some signs of psychosis. And instead of going after the psychosis and trying to go after the mental problem, well, that's not PC. It's not politically correct to heaven forbid you judge someone with a mental problem. Okay, so they shoot up the place. Well, sometimes, you know, it's okay to notice if somebody isn't quite right. Okay, that's not being judgmental. That's called self-preservation. And when all of these shooters have the same sort of psychotropic drugs and the same sort of problems, it seems to me that that's what the problem is. Okay, not the tool that they used. Okay, it's, the problem is they're crazy. You got to fix the crazy. Okay, and why are they crazy? Well, it's because they're on drugs. And the pharmaceutical industry has huge, huge, huge lobbyists, 100 times bigger than the NRA could ever dream of. So, you go after the smaller one. Of course, the NRA is still huge, but they still don't have anywhere near the backing that the medical industry would have. And, the medical industry is a racket. It's of course, there's me going off on another tangent. We have no mental health services here. Well, we have for the middle class. Yeah, it's big pharma is a serious problem. And that was one of the biggest problems with Obamacare, is it was basically letting big pharma run the place, which was a disaster. And the reason why nationalized healthcare will never work in the United States is because of the personality of the United States. Okay? The personality of the United States is very regionally based. Okay? If you ask an American where they're from, they're not going to say the United States. An American is going to say, I'm from Texas. An American is going to say, I'm from West Virginia. An American is going to say, I'm from Massachusetts. Okay? That's just how we are. We're a very regionally focused people. Okay? So the best way to handle healthcare is according to the country's personality, okay, which is let the states do it. Now, if the federal government said something like, okay, every state needs to figure it out, okay, that would have been a better option. Mandate the states to figure it out. Because that's, kind of goes along with the personality of the country anyway. Does that make any sense? I mean, maybe that's too simplistic, but it's true. Americans are, and I'm guilty of this too, very regionally minded. We like to do things in our little groups. People from Boston are all about Boston. I mean, ask them where they're from. They're not going to say, I'm from the United States. They're going to say, I'm from Boston. National health care is possible. It just needs to be handled regionally. And sure, maybe it could be subsidized by a national thing, but it should be something that the states should have ultimate control over, not the federal government. You know what I'm saying? Because that's to go against that is to go against the personality of the country, and it's not going to work. Just like Obamacare failed, and that's the reason why. It's true. In fact, isn't states' rights like in the Constitution somewhere? I mean, the federal government just needs to do, what it was mandated to do in the first place. It doesn't need to be doing all this extra crap. It screws up everything it touches. The only thing the federal government was mandated to do in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights is one thing, one program, or one really office that the federal government was mandated to do, and that's Postal Service. That's the only thing. Everything else is up to the states. And we've kind of obviously strayed from that. And that's caused a lot of problems. I mean, seriously, read the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and everything the government is supposed to do, you know, um, and it isn't much. The government's just supposed to be there and to protect you from foreign entities and and to have a post office. That's it. Everything else is gravy. It's fluff. Stuff we don't really need. Hell, we don't even really need the post office anymore. We got freaking Brown, delivering packages at 8 o'clock in the morning. FedEx, which isn't federal, but whatever. Did I go on yet another tangent? Holy cow. Oh man, just going nuts today. I'm telling you. Let me see, where am I on this? I've been doing a lot of, holy cow, I just have one thing left and I'm out of here. Out of this biome. I've gone through an entire freaking biome in one sitting. Because you guys are keeping me entertained with stuff to talk about, I guess. But yeah, it looks like almost got enough to go to the Twilight Forest. I just got to click my way through my phoenix eggs here, which is looks like a coal type block. And after that's done, did I upgrade my, let's see, yeah, I upgraded those, sure it did, yeah, oh goodness. There's probably some lurkers in the chats thinking that I'm nuts. That's okay. No, but it can't all be normal. Yeah, you're right about that, Andrew. They like to, baby steps get us to erode our rights away, and what they'd like to do is they like to say a right is really just a privilege. Privileges can be revoked. Rights can't be revoked. So if they change something to a privilege, well, then they can revoke it and say, no, we're not taking away your rights. This is a privilege. Like, voting, for example. I think people that are in jail should be able to vote. And I don't really see why people in jail aren't allowed to vote. That kind of confuses me. And that's one of those things where, okay, well, you're a criminal, so that means voting isn't a right anymore. Now it's a privilege. And I've always wondered about that. It's like, who determined that a right becomes a privilege? Is it a right? Should I be able to walk down the street, or am I privileged to be able to do so? It's kind of like one of those legalese fine lines that gives me a migraine trying not to think about. But I digress. But I digress. I think all I need now is back to this little game here. Phoenix eggs is really all I need. And then I can move on to the next area. So I'm just zipping right through this. Let's choose an egg here. I have no idea if anybody's here. And that's okay. Oh goodness, I got a lot out of my system, so it's been a good stream. Okay, let's see. We got a mini game here. Okay. Blue, yellow, green, yellow. Green, yellow. Yay! Okay. Now, find me in the underworld. Okay, well that would be the nether. Green, green, yellow, blue, blue. Green, green, yellow, blue, blue. Yay! Alright, I just beat a mini game. Woohoo! Alright. And, let's wait till that kind of goes away. Need to go back to where I was. Volcano! Ba-boom. Oh, goodness! I need to stretch. Oh, man. Okay. I have stretched. I'm still here. You have 2 lurkers, probably because I'm in here. Well, I appreciate the lurkers and you, Andrew. And I have some folks that that like to support me, and they know I like to ramble on. So I know a couple of my people like to just kind of turn on the live stream and then leave the room and do something else for a couple hours. And I do the same for them sometimes too. So it's all good. It's all good. I'm not terribly worried about it. But yeah, I do appreciate you hanging around, and I'm going to go into the next biome and then probably call it a night. I'm gonna call that a pretty good yeah, the Twilight Forest there. And I just need there's a few hundred more little phoenix eggs. They're kind of made out of like charcoal looking stuff. Let me change this up a little because I have my special ability charged up at the top there, so I can use this and boom. But yeah, it's politics is kind of a tangled web, and people that take it too seriously aren't really, I don't want to say, well, people that take it too seriously don't really understand how it actually works. Because politicians don't take us seriously at all. We're just you know, cannon fodder to them. You know, we're just, you know, they don't care. They don't even care who wins. They're in it for themselves. You know. This is my new Hondo account. No one knows I have it. LOL. Oh, I need to. I should look you up. I'll do that later. Go ahead and in case I screw up the chat, go ahead and just make a comment on one of my videos or something so I can find your new account and add you. Yeah. Okay. Boom. 824. I am so close. So close. Almost there. Just a little more. Aye, she can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power. Oh, goodness. Oh, I gotta stretch. I'm starting to feel it. Oh, goodness. Oh, my. Oh. This, incidentally, this game is an Android tablet game that I figured out how to play on a Windows 10 system, which it really, for all intents and purposes, shouldn't be working as well as it does, but it is what it is. And it's actually, I guess, one of the more popular kind of idle clicker games with kind of a Minecraft theme. Although I will admit that I am the only person in America that has never actually played Minecraft. I've played knockoffs. I've played, Digger Online, which was on a Russian server, of all things. This game, and I think there was a racing-based Minecraft game that I played. Lots of games like Minecraft, but never actually played Minecraft before. So that's a thing, I guess. I don't know. The only one in America who's never played Minecraft. But I guess it doesn't matter. It's all good. Ooh, 924 out of 1055. 929. Ooh, we're climbing up. Almost there. We are so close. Watch the power go out right now, right? No, but this is a good game. I mean, if you're... I do a lot of kind of hurry up and wait kind of stuff. And this game keeps me sane because I'm kind of doing stuff in between other stuff, you know. And especially if you're on the phone talking to a relative who just drones on and on for 2 hours. I got friends like that too. You know, you just fire this puppy up and yeah, okay, that's too bad, that's great, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, goodness. So close. Look at those numbers slowly climbing. Slowly climbing. My fingers starting to hurt. Oh, goodness. Wow, I only have like 10 more. The final stretch of the volcano biome. Heck yeah. I wonder how long it took me to do the volcano biome. I didn't know. 49? Oh. And there you have it. Boom. I have completed the volcano biome. I have upgraded the pickaxes in the volcano biome, and I have completed all of the nifty little thingies. And now there's nothing else to do but go to the next one. Do it all again. Which will probably be tomorrow, like I said, because it's 1:13 in the morning. And criminy fellers, start unlock the silver, and by the time I get back in the morning, that one's going to be unlocked, so that's kind of awesome. Don't need a spoon stick. Okay, bye. And let's go to the Twilight Forest. Dun dun dun. Woohoo! All right. Well, oh goodness. I think it's been an interesting chat and an interesting stream, and I appreciate all who are lurking and hanging out with me this evening. And I hope everyone is well and happy. And I'm going to end the stream here because I wanted to get through the volcano biome, and that's what I did. So I have achieved my goal for this evening, and I shall now retire to a night of slumber. So thanks again for stopping by. And let me see, where's the button? And I will see you all on the flip side. I am out. How do you turn this thing off? Okay, you got stop streaming button.